TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Let's talk about Rody Piper.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
he like outside the ring? Rody Piper, my favorite of all time, is my favorite talent of all time. So
You bet. Oh, he was a wild man, man.
everybody says that. A wild man.
Geez, oh boy, he's 24 hours, man.
Yep.
You know, he did it all, and my goodness, he was just such talent. Me and Johnny was in San Francisco, in '76. Spent 9 months out there with Roy Shires, and they would send us once a month to L.A. To work their big show, and in '76 they had Piper in, and he'd been there. He was there for a while before we got there, but he was really hot, just getting over, and I loved his style. I loved how he talked, and he was needed a little weight. He was a little thin, but I knew this would come, and he thickened up, but I said, oh man, I could see this kid, man, and they put him over for the Battle Royal, and he worked all the big deals there, and Vince, he wanted to go find it because all the promoters worked together.
Yeah.
So they wanted him a little exposure. So they sent him to New York for one night, and Vince says, "Man, I hate to tell this story, but God bless him, man. I mean they're both passed away, but Blassie was the big star."
He stuffed his pipes, right?
He sure did, man.
Yep.
I was there, brother, and it broke my heart. I hated it, and because this is business, and
Wow.
and whether Blassie didn't like him for that reason, or rib is a rib, but not when you're in front of 23,000 people, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Because it was his first shot there, and bagpipes, they're hard to get started anyway.
Right.
Because he'd get red in the face, man. I mean, and he had good lungs then. He's a young kid. But Blassie put toilet paper down, and you couldn't get a peep out, and it blew his whole beginning because he walked around with the, see, you knew it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk out of school, but it broke my heart. I'm telling you, I didn't like, and I love Blassie, and I love him, but we're talking. This is a shoot interview, brother, man, and I'm telling you like it is. But you knew it. You already knew it. But they're both passed. But it's a gospel because you said it before I did. So But I was there, and he came back, and Vince sent word by Gino, and tell him he looks good because that's what he was there for, is to get a look.
Right.
And he says you're going to be a real good talent, and he told Gino, put him over and build him up, but tell him that he must gain weight before he can come in New York, and because he was still real lean, real light, and but what talent. And he knew he could do interviews because they sent him stuff, and they seen all the L.A. stuff. And,
with Moondog Mane.
You bet all that, yeah. Oh yeah, man. And then brother, it broke my heart. And he messed the pipes thing up, and he cried, man. And I went over, man. I said, hey, it's good, son, man, because I knew him. Like I said, when me and Johnny was there. And I says, don't worry about nothing, brother. I says, they love you. I says, I watched every boy was watching you, son. I says, you're going to be a big star. And he was.
He was, indeed. You did the angle with Joe Leduc where he busted your boombox. And then, of course, you worked with Gary Hart and Kabuki. Big angle there with the mist.
You bet. Oh, man. Going with the boombox and Bugsy. Bugsy was there with me, and as a tag team thing, and funny thing is Bugsy would stutter, and then we'll talk about that in a second and thing. But Bugsy would stutter talking to you, and But when he got on the interview, for some reason the endorphins, just like Mel Tillis, he couldn't say nothing, but when he sung, just fluently. See, my grandfather, my own grandfather, grandpa, he was a mountain country preacher in Tennessee, and he stuttered, and he'd go, Jimmy, and then he could talk, but when he preached, fluent, wouldn't stutter at all. When Bugsy, he would talk like that, stutter, but when he did interviews, boy, you wouldn't know it. Boom. And it's just whatever it is, endorphins or whatever, once you start doing what you do, but you don't do nothing except cook it,
Right.
And what was the second one?
Oh, we were talking about the angle that you did with Gary Hart Kabuki, which yeah,
the color. Oh, brother, he would he would spray. I work, once you get in the angle with Crockett, we work 7 days a week. We work 10 times a week. Let me see, 7, 8,
twice on
9
Sundays,
times,
right?
9 times. Yeah, we'd work Monday through Sunday one time, and then Saturday and Sunday would do a double shot. So that's 9 times we'd wrestle 9 times a week.
Wow.
TVs or something, or house shows, and so we'd work that 7 days a week, and Kabuki, once you got in the angle, you'd work every night with this, and we'd just just keep feeding that angle, and he would blow blue one night, then he'd blow green. Well, I had that bleached blonde hair, brother, and it was stripped out. It was white as snow, and so it'd get all over, and I had a beard all over the beard and this, and then you shower, man. And you can't get all that out, and then the next night he'd hit you with purple, and then boom, and you got green here, purple. Then next night hit you with red. Hey, for 9 months I had a rainbow. I couldn't get it out, and I washed it, shampooed every night. That was funny, and then until we got the goggles, and all this came out of Dusty Rhodes' mind, brother. Dusty Rhodes. I'm telling you, was one of the greatest minds. You have to have a mentor. You have to have someone to teach you the tricks of the trade. The elder passed down to your clansmen, your clan, your family. It's like if your grandmother didn't pass down this one certain recipe in your family, Rob, to your mother, and if she didn't pass it down to your sister, finally, if your sister don't pass it down to her daughter, that recipe is going to get lost in your family, and it's gone.
Right.
Okay. Well, same with this. Someone taught Dusty Rhodes this, and then he took it to another limit, just like Vince McMahon Jr. I'm telling you, took it to the limit of his father, and I loved his father, and I loved Junior, but it's like Hank Williams Jr. He sings a song, they wanted him to be like his father, singing like his dad, the honky tonk song. Well, he did for a while, but then he had to go out and do his own thing, and got over like $1 million. So he sung that song. You don't have to call Hank Williams Jr. anymore. Just like Vince McMahon Jr. You don't have to call Vince McMahon Jr. anymore. He's Vince McMahon.
100%.
You bet.